And we're live on Spreaker, our new venue. Welcome. That if you're picking this up on any of our platforms, thank you for tuning in. Dr. Len here in studio, talking to you about things that affect your health. That's what we do every day here at the Nutrition Shop. And this is part of Nutrition Shop Radio. This one coming out as your daily dose. Today we're going to talk about an article by Elizabeth Shirley, a fellow pharmacist that wrote this piece of information about the powerful role of nitrites and nitric oxide, in intestinal health. Now, most people recognize nitric oxide as that bodybuilder stuff. You know, if we get enough of this NO in our body, we get better muscle tone. Well, we're finding out that nitric oxide, which is an important part of our whole digestive process, is extremely important to have good gastrointestinal health. It says this: gastrointestinal tract encompasses a complex balance of microbes, hormones, neurotransmitters, and enzymes. The health of our gastrointestinal system is dependent upon this balance and is extremely important for longevity and well-being. Longevity. The GI system not only controls physical wellness, listen to this, it's also integral to mental health. So anybody, I'm going to say anybody, that's suffering with depression, anxiety, etc., from a naturopathic standpoint, from a wellness standpoint, we always look at gut health first. The GI system not only controls physical wellness, integral to mental health. This is due to the gut-brain connection, the communication between the intestinal tract and the brain, which plays a critical role in our mental as well as our physical well-being. Severe gut dysfunction could exacerbate the symptoms of brain disorders, i.e. dementia and Alzheimer's, significantly affecting the quality of life. Now, let's talk a little bit about the microbiome, the entire digestive system. The intestinal microbiome influences metabolic, our blood sugar regulation, our body weight, and immune pathways, as well as our genetic, DNA, and epigenetic factors, RNA, that shape the aspects of physiology. Disruption of the intestinal microbial ecosystem, which is lovingly called dysbiosis, has major impacts in health. Dysbiosis has been associated not only with gastrointestinal, but neurological, cardiovascular, respiratory, metabolic, and cancer, oncological diseases. So this affects numerous parts of every aspect of health. Yet according to the Centers for Disease Control, 5 out of 6 individuals in the U.S. receive one antibiotic prescription every year, which leads to alterations in the microbiome and increases dysbiosis. Now, we're talking about the role of a nitrate-rich diet. What is that? That actually helps the body to promote more nitric oxide pathways. Now, one of the issues that can become a problem is called permeable gut lining problems, also known as leaky gut syndrome. And in this paper, they reviewed the strong association of dietary nitrates and balancing nitric oxide levels with a healthy gastrointestinal tract. Having a healthy mucus layer on that intestinal tract is our first line of defense against pathogenic bacteria in the gut, a critical protective layer that balances good and harmful bacteria. The mucosa of the GI tract is continually exposed to potentially damaging substances, alcohol, nicotine, pharmaceuticals, Helicobacter pylori, bile salts, ischemia, irritation, chronic stress. Can I say that again? Chronic stress. Nitric oxide appears to be one of the most important signals for mucus secretion, as it's a mediator responsible for the cholinergic stimulated mucus release. Part of the nervous system that oversees gut health, the cholinergic nervous system. Nitric oxide increases mucosal blood supply. That's what it does for weightlifters. It also does it for our gut, which acts to dilute toxic substances, neutralize them, and remove them before they accumulate to damage concentrations. Now, let's get back to gut intestinal barrier integrity. Tight junction proteins play a vital role in the epithelial transport and are responsible for barrier integrity. I have an appointment coming up here soon with a young lady who has tested positive to numerous foods, like running out of things to eat. So when we look at this and we say, what is causing so many, even common foods like a tomato, to cause such serious problems? Tight junction proteins that aren't there anymore. Leaky gut syndrome. Broad-spectrum antibiotics decrease microbial richness and diversity. We've got to be very careful of that. The oral microbiome may modulate the activity of the gut microbiome. Studies have shown that alterations in oral flora can cause an imbalance in the gut flora. So again, the importance of getting to a dentist on a regular basis. Several recent studies have suggested that nitrite can be used as an alternative to standard antibiotic therapies, owing to its ability to disrupt the protective biofilm formed by pathogenic bacteria. Have you heard that before? COVID, immune issues, having difficulties in protecting yourself from COVID. Again, a good nitrate-rich diet can actually support all of that as well. Nitrite and nitric oxide can regulate the activity of mast cells. These are part of our histamine release system that causes us to be allergic to things. Mast cells are white blood cells that are part of the immune system and function as a bridge between the immune and nervous system. Mast cells modulate the inflammatory processes in depression, anxiety, brain fog, insomnia. Got any of those? Mast cells become activated in the absence of nitric oxide and increase superoxide production, which contributes to mast cell activation. Mast cells are important effectors of the gut-brain axis by translating stress signals to release neurotransmitters to protect you as God created our bodies. Chronic stress causes inflammation to damage all cells in the body, including the GI tract. Stress can cause alterations in GI motility, changes in GI secretion, increased intestinal permeability, decreased regenerative capacity of the GI mucosa, decreased mucosal blood flow, inhibition of nitric oxide through arginine systems. You don't need to know that. So can nitric oxide really damage the GI tract? Maybe. Conclusion: dietary nitrates clearly play an important role in protecting GI health. Nitrate inhibits the inflammatory processes and downregulates and scavenges oxidative stress furthermore. A nitrate-rich diet which supports the nitrite to nitric oxide pathway may help prevent dysbiosis, promote a healthy gut-brain axis, and therefore support gastrointestinal health and mental health and maintain homeostasis. Now, tomorrow, our Saturday morning show, as we always do, we're going to review this article again. Now, I'm going to mention to you right now a prep called CircuCore. CircuCore by Nutritional Frontiers, a nitric oxide booster. Can be a very important thing if you're having gut issues, if you're having circulatory issues, if you're having brain issues. It's a place to start. Now, tomorrow we're going to get a little more in depth on our Saturday morning show at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Make sure you tune in and be there with us. Okay? Please share this with others. The number is to reach me at the office. You want to set up your personal consultation time, 678-228-8900, 678-228-8900. Our website is the nutritionshop.net. TheNutritionShop, SHOPPE.net. Check us out there. Share this with others. We have many platforms this is going out to. You can now listen to this on Alexa. God bless you, folks. Just search us. It's called Your Daily Dose. Talk to you real soon. God bless.